going on, guys? It's your boy Flying V again. Kind of surprised how consistent I'm getting with some of these videos. Was driving back from Kearney this morning, kind of thinking about different products that some people have been asking me about from Precision this week, and how they would pay off in an area like ours down around Long Island and Norton and Phillipsburg and et cetera, et cetera. And the one that a lot of people are really intrigued by, but just don't know how to quantify and how to see would benefit them if they pulled the trigger on it. And it's one of our big foundation products, and that's DeltaForce. And was talking to a guy that has really mentored me a lot with getting started with Precision, and that has been Mike Frakes down at Pack Leader in Moreland. He's been great at helping me explain how to talk about these products for an area like ours. And like I said, driving home today really got me thinking about DeltaForce and how it pays for us. And Mike really explained it well to me. And the best way to look at it is, say you're running, well, I got a 24-row planter and it's got pneumatic, airbag, downforce. Okay, how is DeltaForce going to be better? How is that going to be an upgrade from my airbags? And the best way to explain it, Mike said, is say you are planting your outside pass or something, and you're going through where you park trucks, or maybe the grain cart drove a path right along the edge of the field, and you're planting, and 12 rows are right on top of that hard packed down ground, and then the other half is over on some nice mellow no-till, some ground that you would consider like, oh yeah, that's normal for what the majority of the field is. Well, when you start putting the weight of that planter on that hard packed ground, those row units are going to push up because they can't push through that hard packed ground. Well, whatever law that is, but as the air pressure gets higher in those hard packed rows, it's going to push the air over to the low pressure row units that don't need that much air. Okay, so it's completely having a seesaw effect, and not in the good way. Where you need more air, it is actually pushing it out, and those row units are riding on top of that hard packed ground. Whereas then you're pushing extra downforce on those other row units, which then is going to put too much downforce on your openers, and it's going to give you a hard pack, a hard compacted seed wall or wall in that furrow. You're going to get mohawk roots. You're not going to be able to push through. It's just going to make the row. So on those rows, you're going to have all sorts of agronomic issues with your roots not being able to get out of that furrow. And then on the other side, you're not going to get to depth. You're not going to get to moisture. And you're just not going to have a good stand on that side of the planter. So with a system like DeltaForce, we're going to individually push through that hard pack and get to depth, 2 1/4, 2 1/2, whatever you're needing to do. But we're going to be able to push through that, and we're going to be able to lessen the pressure on those rows that don't actually need it. And he actually went as far as, if say you're running spring downforce like some of the other older planters are, that's actually better because that is individual row control. Whereas if you're running airbags on a pneumatic system, that's actually going to create a seesaw effect that you don't want. So that is actually how we are going to make that money back on ground like ours down in Phillips and Norton and all that, is because we're actually able to push through those hard pans a lot better and get down to moisture, or we're actually able to, in a wet scenario, lift up if our row units weigh a lot and mellow out how much that row unit is actually pushing down and stay at a nice consistent depth. So if you have moisture at 2 1/4 and your ground is too hard, you're not going to get down to moisture. So that is where DeltaForce is going to make its money back. So, if you got any questions on DeltaForce, getting that on your system, getting out of the pneumatic airbags, give me a holler and let's get you set up before planting.